Eggs. What is happening? Where are they? This is my take on the egg situation. It is January of 2023 as I'm filming this, and we are experiencing an egg shortage, and the price has skyrocketed to insane amounts. I've actually pulled a chart with egg prices that goes back at least 10 years. And as you can tell, unfortunately, we are seeing prices of as high as $6 a dozen and $9 for an 18 pack in my area where I live. And I've narrowed it down to like 3 main things that have sort of come together for this egg crisis. Number 1, we all know, we've all heard that it's due to the avian flu. Egg production is down. That is a contributing factor, but it is not the only reason. It is just a part of what's happening. So yes, it is reducing the amount of laying hens that we have in circulation. Less hens means less eggs. We have seen prices go up on chicken, just like prices have gone up on everything else, but nothing really jumps out as the price of eggs. So we know it's not the only contributing factor. There's more. So observation and reason number 2 for the egg prices. I stumbled across this video posted in the UK by a chicken farmer, and here's what he had to say.
Supermarkets are going to tell you this is because of avian flu, which, to be fair, there has been a lot of cases of avian flu. But do you want to know the real reason why there's an egg shortage? It's because the supermarkets won't pay the farmers for the eggs. So the supermarkets have upped their price for you, the consumer, but they haven't filtered that price increase down to us, the farmers.
So as you can tell, that chain is not wanting to pay the price on that bottom end.
So our cost of producing these eggs has skyrocketed. Feed, electric, the price of new birds, that's gone up. But our price of eggs has stayed the same. So we physically can't afford to produce these eggs. So currently there's been 8 million less free-range hens ordered for next year's flocks. So that's just under 8 million eggs every day that we're not going to be producing.
And so what does the farmer do? Well, he has no choice. If he can't sell his eggs, he or she has to, well, then cut down production. There was an article published by MSN, published in November of 2022, warning that this was going to happen. So the third thing is the cost of everything. And as of right now, the cost of everything doesn't seem to be coming down. So that brings me to what's the forecast for the next 12 months? Well, based on what we know, that there's less chickens, less chicks that were ordered, there's going to be less chickens in 2023, less eggs created, even if the grocery store chains buckle down and say, all right, farmers, we're going to pay you what you're actually owed. That does not mean that all of a sudden everything will be fixed. They might be willing to pay the higher fees for buying the eggs from the farmers, but the farmers have already planned 2023 out. They don't have the same amount of chickens that are going to be creating as many eggs. So even if that gets resolved, it's probably going to take at least another year before the farmers can restock their flocks with more birds. And then once they're back to more birds, then we will have more eggs. However, I don't see the prices coming down, because in order for egg prices to come down, everything else has to come down. Remember, the bottom line is you can expect eggs to not be cheap until everything starts coming down. That brings us to, what are your options? Like, what do you do? Well, a lot of people in 2023 are going to be considering getting laying hens. And I am excited for you. Trust me, I started out living in the suburbs and I had chickens and I loved it. There's a lot you want to consider, but that's not your only option. Something else to consider if you're in an apartment complex or you just don't have the bandwidth to take care of these animals or to invest into getting them, because it's not as simple as just going to the store and buying a pack of eggs. There's work that goes into it and you have to make that initial investment, and that's not for everyone. The alternative is to look look for local small hobby farms that are willing to sell eggs to you. And bonus, if you can arrange with them to be a regular customer. So they could put you almost on a reoccurring thing where every Tuesday you come get a dozen eggs, or every 2 weeks you come get 2 or 3 dozen, or whatever you work out. That gives the farmer assurance that you're going to be buying from them. Some of them will offer contracts. There's also farm shares and farm boxes. And these are things that you could find by going onto Google and searching in your area. You can also go to Nextdoor, and you could also go to Facebook and check out your local community groups, post, ask around, do a little bit of legwork, and you will find some options in your area that will give you a sustainable and healthy source for eggs, because those eggs don't have to travel as far, and those chickens live a much happier life and healthier life. So healthier eggs means healthier you. And of course, if you can and you want to, get some chickens. I highly recommend it. But check out my videos on it so you can be ready before you go buy the breeds, buy the stuff, everything. There is so much more I want to talk about when it comes to living a sustainable and healthy life, so check out this next video.